Hi guys, it's SimLicy here. So welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I am back renovating this apartment, which is another city living apartment, and this one is one of those larger apartments that you can find in the arts district that I hardly ever renovate, but thankfully since I've been using the T.O.O.L mod, I want to use these apartments more because with the T.O.O.L mod, I can change the windows, and so I do that a lot in this apartment. I'm also changing the front door here, and you may notice that I am using custom content, and I'm using CC that was created by Parisian, I think is how you say their name. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong, but I have been following him on Twitter, and I saw some posts about his custom content, so I decided to go to his Patreon page and download everything that I can. I will have a link to it in the description box so you guys can support him there. You guys can download his custom content. If you're interested, I highly recommend it. This ended up being probably, I don't know if it's my favorite apartment because I've done so many, but it's one of my absolute most favorite apartments I have ever done, and his custom content is just so beautiful. This it's just like the colors, the style, and everything. I'm just so in love. But yeah, I went into this apartment not knowing anything about the CC, about Perry Sims himself. I just downloaded it and went crazy. And so as I was decorating it, I decided that this felt very Parisian to me. It felt like, I've never been in an apartment in Paris. I have been to Paris, but never inside anyone's home. So I really don't know what they look like. But I've been on Pinterest a lot, so hopefully that counts for something. But as I was decorating it, it felt very French to me. Like I said, I don't know exactly. I might get this wrong, so forgive me if you're more familiar with this architectural style or French interior design, but it felt that way to me. And then I was going back to his Patreon page, and it says he is French, so I'm assuming that his CC probably has influence among his surroundings. But yeah, let me know if you guys agree. But as soon as I put these windows in, I felt like these windows were something that you would see on a French building. So yeah, that's what I was thinking while I was building this. I hope you guys love this apartment because I love it so much. I think the style, like I said, the custom content is beautiful. I'm completely obsessed. There's so many good things. Not only is the furniture really nice, there's so many items. I didn't realize how much stuff I was downloading. There's so much clutter. There's beautiful couches and throw pillows, and there's even functioning objects. There's this teapot which functions. It's so cute. It looks like an actual teapot, and it sits on the counter like the normal teapot or coffee pot would, and it functions, which I think is amazing. And then there's also this really cool drying rack that I use in the bathroom, which totally functions as a dryer. So that's really cool, and it offers such a unique alternative to just a regular dryer because from my experience traveling, and I think this is the case outside of the US, is dryers aren't that common. Most people hang dry their clothes. I did as a child, during the summertime, my mom had a clothesline and we would hang our clothes outside. But other than that, my experience throughout my life in the United States is you always use a dryer. But then when I've traveled, they're not so common. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. But I just thought that was so cool that there was actual functioning objects and everything wasn't purely decorative. So I was very impressed. I am very excited to use this CC again. I actually just finished another apartment using this custom content because I wanted to do something that was on a bit of a smaller scale because this apartment is quite big. It's mostly just the living area that's very spacious, but there is 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and you can fit 4 Sims in here easily. You could probably fit more if you really wanted to, and you could even probably try to squeeze in another bedroom if you wanted to rework the floor plan a little bit. Something I should probably mention though about me switching up the windows. So I am using the T.O.O.L mod by TwistedMexi, like I said. I will have it linked in the description. I'm pretty sure I have it. It's linked by default, but if I don't, I'll update my settings, and either way, it'll be in the description. I highly recommend it. It's an amazing mod. Along with the better build and buy system, you can use the T.O.O.L mod in build mode, which is amazing. TwistedMexi is super smart, and I just am so thankful for this mod. So yeah, I highly recommend it, but unfortunately, if you're a console player, you cannot use mods. I'm hoping that this changes eventually because I don't know, I feel bad for console players because, it just limits a little bit of gameplay that you can do. But anyways, if you are a PC player and you don't have the T.O.O.L mod and you want to download this apartment, you will need the T.O.O.L mod to remove the original windows. Unfortunately, you cannot edit the windows without the mod. So if you are a PC player and you want this apartment, get the T.O.O.L mod and then remove the windows and then place this apartment, and then the windows will come with it. So that's really nice, but it is a bit unfortunate if you're a console player, because then there's nothing that you can do about the original windows. So yeah, I hope that changes eventually. But anyways, I'm still doing apartments where I'm not switching up the windows. So hopefully there's enough variety for console players if they want to download my apartments. I try to think of you guys. So yeah, I should probably try to play it on console eventually. I don't have it on my console, but maybe I'll try it at some point. We'll see what happens. But anyways, here I am adding more windows. These windows are so pretty. I forget exactly which pack they came with. It might be Romantic Garden. I think that's the pack. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I just thought they looked so pretty, and placing them, like I said, just made me feel like I was in an apartment in Paris. And so, which totally just feels wonderful for me, because I loved visiting France. I went there a couple of years ago and I've been completely obsessed with it since. I adored everything about it, and I have been trying to learn French. I've been studying it for the past month. So if you guys can recommend any like Sims YouTubers or any YouTubers in general for somebody trying to learn French. Obviously, I don't know that much of it. I'm still very much a beginner, but I'm getting a few things down. I've just been studying on Duolingo. Let me know if you guys have been successful with that, if you guys learned another language using that, or if you have any tips, because I really am just trying to, learn on my own as I can in my free time. So I would appreciate some tips, because I would like to expedite the process if possible. But yeah, I've studied Spanish. I studied Spanish in high school and in college, so I know quite a bit of it, but I really should probably try to further my Spanish, because I can't speak it. I can understand it. Like when I went to Spain, I could understand a lot of things, but having a conversation with somebody is not something I'm super comfortable with. Although I used to live really close to this gas station and I went in there all the time, and the guy that worked behind the counter, he was from, I want to say Venezuela. I think that's where he was from. I might be mistaken because it's been a lot of years since I used to talk to him, but he would always talk to me in Spanish, and he would want me to reply in Spanish, and so I was pretty good at it then, but I'm very out of practice. But that's something I would like to work on as well. But yeah, recently I've been obsessed with learning French, so that's what I'm working on. But yeah, if you guys have any tips, I would love to hear them. But anyways, as you can see, I'm going through looking at all of the custom content, trying to find items that I think fit in the spaces that I'm trying to decorate. And I love this kitchen. There's so much clutter. Oh, and that teapot that I placed is the functioning teapot that I was talking about. Oh, it's so cute. I just love all of the tea stuff. I believe all of that stuff came with his latest set, which I think is still an ongoing set. I believe there's maybe one or two more parts to that left, but it's the like coffee shop theme. I'm forgetting the name of it at the moment, so please forgive me. But yeah, I downloaded everything that I could possibly download, and so I'm looking forward to downloading more of the custom content by Perry Sims, because it's so beautiful. Look at all this clutter. Like there's a toaster, and there's all these different like cups and bowls and pots and plants, and just there's even a strainer. I'm completely obsessed. There's so much good like bathroom clutter too, like shampoo bottles and soaps and different like jars full of bathroom supplies. And I took so long decorating this apartment. This is probably one of the longest apartments I've ever or the longest amount of time I guess I've ever spent on an apartment. As you guys can probably tell, it's about twice as long as like all of my apartment speed builds. But I just had so much fun with it, and like I said, I had no idea really what I was downloading, because I haven't been really into CC for very long. I've been like a distant admirer, like looking at some CC occasionally, watching a few people that build with CC, but I haven't really like dove into it myself. And so I just had no idea what I was getting, and it's amazing. So I'm completely obsessed, like I said. But anyways, here I was just reorganizing the kitchen a little bit. I felt like I didn't have enough space for your Sims to actually use the kitchen, so I shuffled a few things around. But here I'm decorating the entryway. I really love this side table. It's more like a built-in unit. It's not necessarily a table. It looks like it's actually built into the wall. But anyways, I thought it looked really pretty, and I put a chair in here with a couple of plants, of course. And I end up removing the painting that I have above the table because I put 2 paintings over here, and I felt like the style of them just didn't really match very well. So I replaced it with a mirror, and I felt like that made a little bit more sense for me in an entryway. So yeah, I thought that looked pretty nice. I also end up adding a coat rack because there's a really nice coat rack in this custom content that's just like the pegs that are stuck to the wall, and then there's like a scarf decoration. There's also a bag decoration. I didn't use the 9 key to raise it up to oh, this is what I was talking about. So just little pegs that stick into the wall. There's a nice scarf, but the bag I put on the floor, but you could easily raise it up with the 9 key and have it hang from the hooks too, which I did in the other apartment that I decorated using this custom content. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that one. I want to use this CC all the time now, but of course I won't. I still want to primarily use the things that are in game just to, yeah, make it easy for like most players because, well, I guess half the players. I imagine half the players are on console and then half the players are on PC. I don't know. But if you're on PC and you're not sure about custom content, I can highly recommend it. Anyone that I've been using are great quality, they're easy to download, and it's a great alternative to spending a lot of money on packs. So yeah, anyways, here is going to be the bathroom. So this rack that's to the left of the washing machine is that drying rack that I was talking about, and I did play test this. It totally works. I wasn't really sure if the washing machine was going to work because I put this shelf over top of it, but I wanted it to look a little bit more built into the space. But yeah, it totally functions. It didn't block it at all. So that was great, and the drying rack functions perfectly. It looks so good. There's even one drying rack that's like just decorative. So I think if you didn't want to actually use the laundry system, you could just have that as purely decorative to pretend that there's laundry. There's also this really cool vacuum. I don't think that functions. I think that's purely decorative. But there's also a dustpan, an ironing board, and an iron. Like so many good, just like realistic clutter that you would have in your home. So I really appreciate that kind of stuff, and I think it's so fun to decorate with. So I just made like this little closet over here. I wanted to like close it off with a door, but I don't know, I liked having the archway so you could actually see the stuff inside of it, but I feel like it's a little bit unrealistic to have just an archway into your closet. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is a Paris thing and I just didn't even know it and I did it. Probably not, but yeah, I wanted to see inside of it, so you could easily change the door if you wanted it to be closed. But yeah, I thought that looked pretty nice. But yeah, here I'm just fiddling around with clutter. I actually spent a very long time on this bathroom. The shower right now, I'm using this curtain, and I was liking it, but it just looks a little bit awkward because it's not hanging from anything and there's not a bar that spans across. And so I mess around with it a little bit. There's also some shower curtains that hang from the ceiling, but I wasn't really liking them here. So I ended up, well, trying to use another curtain. But what I end up doing is actually when I do the ensuite bathroom, I realized that I could just place an archway into the shower and then I could use that curtain that I was trying to use. And that worked so much better. There's also those really nice glass separators that I tried to use, but in here I just felt like it was just not working properly. So I think it looks so much better when I end up doing the archway. So yeah, but you guys will see that once I move on to the ensuite bathroom. But speaking of that, I haven't talked about like the number of bathrooms or the Sims or bedrooms. Well, actually, no, I did mention the bedrooms. There's 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. But yeah, the Sims that are going to be living in this apartment, I imagined a couple of parents and then 2 kids. There's so many cute kids things with this custom content too, which I was not really expecting. And so that was a pleasant surprise. There's really adorable like stuffed animals and a really cute book, like a bookcase. It's adorable. So I really had fun decorating that room, and it ends up having a really pretty color scheme. At first I was going to go for this green color. Right now I just changed the wallpaper to be a green color, which I think is nice, and it's like very cohesive with the color scheme I used throughout the rest of the apartment. But yeah, I changed it to like this pink and like orange color, which is super fun and playful, and it feels very cute. But over here, I'm just adding some windows to the bedroom. So this is going to be the master bedroom, or the parents' bedroom, whatever you want to call it. And they do have an ensuite bathroom, which is very open to the bedroom. So I don't know if you guys think this is weird when I do that, but it just feels very master bedroomy to have it open, like all one room, and you can see like the shower or the bath from the bedroom. The toilet is probably not what you want to see from the bedroom, but it's just how it works out. I could have probably tried to squeeze in a tiny little room for the toilet, because that's been my experience. Like the past 2 homes that I've lived in have had open bathrooms from the bedroom, but the toilets are in like their own tiny little rooms. So I could have probably done that, but I liked it. I thought it looked really pretty. But yeah, here I just placed the bed. I love so much that CC creators separate the mattresses from the bed frames. It makes it so much easier to customize and actually use the frame color that you want to use with the mattress color that you want to use, or the duvet color, whatever you want to call it. So it's so nice. And then the colors again are beautiful, and I love these side tables and the little decorations, like the tiny clock and these candlesticks, and you can actually place candles on top of them. I just really enjoy decorating this room so much. And this green color is so pretty. Actually, the second apartment that I decorated, I ended up using a lot of green in as well. And I was thinking that they looked so different from each other when I was decorating that apartment, but I don't think they are. I just like this green so much, and I guess I ended up pretty much doing the same sort of theme again. I should probably try to do another one that actually looks different. What I would like to do actually is collect a little bit more CC, like maybe over like the next couple of months, and then do like a full-on CC build using my entire collection. Because up until this point, I've been showcasing single creators rather than using multiple creators at once. The only time I've used multiple creators is when I've showcased Harry and Felixander, because they've collaborated on several different custom content packs so far. And so usually I'll lump them together because a lot of their packs have been collaborations between the two of them. But other than that, I've just showcased single creators. But yeah, I would like to actually use all of my custom content in like one massive build. I think that would be amazing. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, this is when I placed the archway, and I used that original curtain that I was trying to use. And I think that looks so much better because I can imagine that you can pull that curtain all the way closed, and it looks like a shower curtain because it's very sheer, and it looks like it's a cloth material, but we can pretend that it's like the actual like plasticky shower curtain material. But yeah, I really love the way this bathroom turned out. Again, there's so much good bathroom clutter. There's these little jars that have like brushes and cotton balls and all sorts of stuff in them, and I thought they looked so nice. And there's this little tray that I think is supposed to be a soap dish and something. I don't know. I was just kind of picking whatever I thought looked nice, and even probably over cluttering some areas. I think I actually remove a few items because I was like, okay, this is getting a bit cluttery, but I wanted to place like everything that I possibly could. And I love these little shelves. They're perfect for bathrooms. And yeah, there's no toilet that goes along with this custom content, but that did not bother me because there's so many different toilets that come in Sims packs. Like every single pack we get a new toilet, it seems like. I don't know why we need so many toilets. Like every pack comes with a new toilet, a new bar, a new picnic bench, and it's so repetitive. I hope the Sims team hears that, because I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and I hope they hear that, and then for future packs we won't get more toilets. I think I've already seen that a little bit, but it still feels like we get a new bar, we get a new picnic table, which they're all nice. I do like them. There's no problem with them, but I feel like there's enough variety, and I would rather see those like new items come to the game, or things that we have like less options of, like artwork. Like I feel like that is the biggest limit when it comes to decorating with The Sims. The artwork is not great. There's like a few pieces that are really versatile, but everything is very stylized to specific styles, and so it ends up being that you use the same sort of artwork in like every single build. I don't know. I find that very frustrating. And so one of my favorite things about downloading custom content is the beautiful artwork. Like Everybody is amazing when it comes to creating their artwork. I'm so impressed. But anyways, over here is going to be the kids' room. So like I mentioned, there's 2 beds in here. I made this little reading nook because I thought this bookcase was so cute. I really wanted to use those chairs, but they were a little bit big for this space. I thought they looked nice and the colors were like perfect. But yeah, it was just a bit crowded and I wasn't really sure if your Sims could even get to the bookcase. So what I ended up doing is actually putting this little bench, which I think works so much better. And so yeah, I was really happy with that. And I thought the artwork, the more like modern, colorful artwork worked so much better in here. And it worked with the colors too. Right now I still have the wallpaper as this green color. I do change that. I think I might leave the curtain green though. I believe I do. So there's some greens, but it's still mostly like this pink and kind of like orangey salmon color, which is so pretty. I'm completely obsessed with it. Isn't that whale stuffed animal so cute? I loved it in here. And there's also functioning blocks, which I completely forgot to talk about when I was talking about the functioning items. There's actual toys that your Sims children can play with, and they're little blocks. And then there's some decorative blocks too, so you can kind of mix them together to look like there's more stuff for them to play with. But yeah, here in the center of the room, I wanted to create like a play tea set. And so I used a few of like the decorative cups and teapot, and then I put a few like chairs around it. And so we could have your Sims children sit here and you could pretend that they're having a little tea party, which I thought was so adorable. And that would be such a fun thing to see. Like, speaking of things that we always get activity tables for children. And I'm pretty sure they all pretty much do the same thing, except for the one from Seasons. I think that's the only one that does anything different. So like a little tea set would be so cute. I would love that. but yeah, for now I created my own, and thankfully Perry Sims has like the perfect decorations to achieve that. But yeah, here I'm just adding some artwork around. There's really adorable just decorations. Like I said, the stuffed animals, the decorative blocks, that little counting thing. I forget exactly what they're called. Is it an abacus? I might be saying that incorrectly, but yeah, I thought that looked really nice. And then there's a couple of shelves that I placed above the beds, and I just tried to find decorations that I thought looked nice up there. I ended up using that little stuffed animal again, just in a different color, and the whale again too, because I just couldn't help myself. But yeah, this is pretty much it for the apartment. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I just add like a few more decorations. I add another shelf over here above this little seating area with, again, another one of these stuffed animals and a few just decorations that I thought looked nice and fit the bedroom. But yeah, this is going to be it for the apartment. Like I said, I will have links to Perry Sims' Patreon page so you guys can support him there. You guys can also download his custom content. I highly recommend it. But yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to future videos using this CC and yeah, other videos in general. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone. Hoping you would stay, but I've always known that you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, feel the wind, watch the